Archangel Michael says, this is your last chance for true happiness. He's waited 2 hours to deliver this deeply personal message from God. Shocking positive changes are coming to your life if you embrace this divine guidance. Open it quickly and be ready for transformation. This is not just a message. This is your divine moment. Archangel Michael has waited, not minutes, but 2 whole hours in the spiritual realm, standing between heaven's gates and your soul, holding a personal message directly from the throne of God. If your heart has been heavy, if you've been searching for something more, something lasting, something that actually makes you feel alive again, then this is it. This is the last door you will be asked to walk through for true happiness. And it would open again if ignored. The angels are not whispering anymore. They are shouting. This is your final chance to receive what you were always meant to live. You've walked through dark seasons. People have smiled in your face while stabbing your joy. You've been carrying trauma, disappointment, shame, wearing it like armor to protect yourself from more pain. And still, no one saw how deeply you were drowning. But heaven did. And right now, God is speaking through Michael with fire in his voice and light in his hands. He's not offering temporary comfort. He's offering complete transformation. A full healing of your mind, spirit, and soul. The kind of peace that doesn't break when life does. The time is now. The delay is over. You are not reading this by accident. Heaven timed this encounter to the second. Your angels have fought off spiritual blockages to get this message through. And now, you have a choice. You can scroll past and stay in the cycle, or step into the divine path that leads to everything your soul has begged for. This isn't a path paved with fear. It's covered in grace, breakthrough, and blessings that were once withheld, now being released because of your obedience. Don't ignore this voice. Don't harden your heart. This is your moment to rise. Archangel Michael says, this is your final call for true happiness. If you miss this, the path will grow dim again. But if you answer, rivers will break open and joy will flood every dry place in your life. There is no halfway invitation. Either receive it fully or turn away. But know this, if you open your heart now, angels will be dispatched with instructions that change your destiny. This is not hope. This is prophecy. It's happening now. Type I am rising to get the blessing 4896. You've been pushed to your edge for a reason. All the pain, the disappointments, the moments where you nearly gave up, it wasn't random. Heaven was watching. Archangel Michael saw every tear that fell when no one noticed. He saw how hard you tried to stay strong even when everything inside you was breaking. And now, that breaking is the very proof that your blessing is near. The final shaking always comes before the miracle. Right now, heaven is opening its mouth to speak a new beginning over you. You just have to say yes. For too long you've questioned your worth. People made you feel like you were always second best. They walked away. They betrayed you. They ignored your efforts. But God never did. Archangel Michael has been beside you this entire time, holding back things that were sent to destroy you. He has been waiting for the exact second where your heart would be ready. And that second is now. Type I am anointed to get blessing 7773. There is a powerful truth that many people never hear. Before your greatest joy, your greatest pain will test you. That's why you've been feeling stuck, confused, and even forgotten. But listen closely. God did not forget you. He hid you. He covered you so the enemy could not find or destroy what's inside you. And now that hiding is over, a light is being turned on. You are being seen again. but not just seen, chosen. This time, it's your name that heaven is calling. You may think happiness isn't for you. Maybe you've accepted a life that's good enough because it hurts too much to hope again. But this is your call to believe. Not in people, not in chances, but in divine appointment. You were created to walk in joy, not just survive in pain. Archangel Michael is not asking you to pretend everything is fine. He's telling you that everything is about to become fine, for real. Type I am rising to get blessing 6224. You waited. You fought. You've cried. But now, it's time to receive. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're not forgotten. All of that is a lie from the enemy to keep you small. But heaven has written a different truth. God says, "This is the time I release what I've been storing up for you." Nothing will stop it now, except your own refusal to believe it's real. So believe. Take this seriously. Don't scroll away and let this word slip into the background of your day. Archangel Michael is moving now. Angels are standing over your home. They are holding healing, direction, protection, and provision. They are waiting for your heart to open wide. The moment you receive this word, something starts shifting around you. You may not see it in the first hour, but in the spirit realm, doors are opening. Pain is lifting. New assignments are being released. You just triggered a divine moment. This is not a theory. It's not inspiration. It's activation. The kind of spiritual ignition that makes demons flee and blessings chase you down. But you must agree with heaven. You must step out of doubt and walk into obedience. This is where things change. This is where your story gets rewritten. And not by your effort, but by God's mercy. Type I am chosen to get blessing 5531. Sometimes you've wondered, why is it always me? Why does it seem like you're always the one who has to be strong, even when you're tired? Why do others move on while you're still stuck in the same place, waiting for something better? The answer is this: God wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you. You weren't being delayed. You were being developed. The fire you walked through didn't destroy you. It refined you. Archangel Michael says, God allowed the shaking to shape you, not break you. What looked like weakness was God building endurance in you. And now, that endurance is becoming your weapon. You didn't lose your strength. You gained spiritual muscle. And now, your spirit is ready to carry what's coming. If God had sent the blessing before this, it might have crushed you. But now you can hold it. You've been tested. You've been proven. And you're still here. Heaven celebrates those who stay faithful when it feels like nothing is working. And that's what you did. Even when you were silent, God was measuring your heart. He knew you would make it to this moment. And now He's opening the door. Type I am rising to get the blessing 6177. Archangel Michael says the pain you walked through was not a waste. Your quiet nights, your unanswered prayers, your deep confusion, it all created a space for God's voice to grow louder. Now, the voice is calling you by name. You are not invisible. You are not unloved. Heaven has marked you for restoration. You are going to see things shift quickly. Relationships, finances, peace of mind, all of it is going to feel new again. But don't mistake this moment for motivation. This isn't a good feeling. It's a divine awakening. Many have tried to speak over your future. Some said you'd always be stuck. Some said you were difficult to love. Others simply forgot you existed. but they were not your authors. God is, and He has the final word. That word is joy. That word is release. That word is new beginning. When Archangel Michael delivers a word from God, it comes with angelic force. This message has power behind it. Not human hope, but divine certainty. The things that broke you are about to be broken themselves. Type I am chosen to get blessing 2442. Do not ignore the feeling in your chest right now. That's stirring. That's your spirit waking up. You've been asleep too long, live but not living. And God says, no more. No more hiding. No more pretending. No more shrinking yourself to fit into places you've outgrown. You are entering a new room now. A spiritual room where favor, purpose, and joy are waiting. This room was built for you. It always existed. But only now are you ready to walk in. Archangel Michael has opened the door. Stand up in your spirit and receive it. Say yes to what God is releasing. Let go of everything that told you that you're not worthy. You were always meant to win. Not just survive, but flourish. What's coming isn't small. It's not leftover blessing. It's original, personal, and powerful. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to believe and open your hands. When Archangel Michael speaks, it's not just to you. It's through you, for many others still searching in silence. This message isn't entertainment. It's a divine seed being sown into the barren fields of hopeless hearts. God is using this channel as a river of healing, truth, and awakening, and your support is what keeps it flowing. I believe some of you feel that holy nudge right now, that this is the moment to rise and pour oil into this fire. The generous soul shall be made rich, says the Lord, and as you give, heaven opens over your life in return. Your offering becomes someone's answered prayer. Use the super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the video description to sow into this divine move. Don't delay. Act as if God Himself said move now. Type I am free to get the blessing 8190. The enemy tried everything to block your happiness. He whispered lies into your mind, hoping you'd believe them. He used people to wound you, hoping you'd give up. He sent delays, disappointments, and confusion, hoping you'd settle for less. But it didn't work. You're still here. That's proof of your strength. And more than that, it's proof of God's protection. Archangel Michael was fighting for you in the background. The devil thought he had you, but heaven said, not this one. You've been rescued from traps you didn't even know existed. Now the tables are turning. The enemy is trembling because he knows what's coming for you. Joy is returning. Peace is coming back. Restoration is beginning. All the things that were stolen are being replaced with better. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will live again, and this time, for real. You don't have to go back to the pain. That chapter is over. Archangel Michael says, the war over your happiness is ending in your victory. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7481. You may have thought the enemy had power over your life. But no. He only had permission to test. He never had authority to destroy. God watched you closely during the test. And because you didn't turn away, because you held on to even the smallest piece of hope, you passed. Now the reward begins. Heaven rewards faith, even when it's silent. You didn't have to be loud. You just had to be faithful. And that's what you were. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something important. Your struggle wasn't proof of your failure. It was proof of your assignment. The enemy only attacks what threatens him. And you, chosen one, are a threat. That's why life hath been so hard. That's why doors kept closing. That's why people treated you unfairly. But your anointing is rising now. Your joy is no longer hidden. God is turning your pain into power. Type I am chosen to get blessing 3916. Everything in the spirit realm is shifting. Things that were held back are being released. Chains that were wrapped around your future are snapping. The angels are moving with urgency now. Not just because it's your time, but because this is your last chance to walk in happiness without delay. If you ignore this moment, it will pass. But if you agree with heaven, joy will overflow like water. You won't have to chase it, it will chase you. Think of the person you used to be before the pain. That innocent version of you. A joyful version. God didn't forget that version. He's restoring it. But even better, He's making you wiser, stronger, and more protected this time. You're not going back. You're moving forward into something brand new. A life where happiness doesn't break when people leave or when situations change. A kind of happiness that's rooted in God. Type I am restored to get the blessing 9240. You've watched other people receive blessings. You've seen them get ahead while you stayed behind. And maybe you wondered, did God forget about me? The answer is no. God did not forget you. He was setting you apart. There's a big difference between being delayed and being protected. Some of the things you asked for would have hurt you if they came too soon. That's why God held them back. He was guarding your future, not ignoring it. And now that protection is about to turn into promotion. Archangel Michael says, you were not forgotten. You were hidden for the right time. Just like a seed in the ground, no one saw you growing. But now, your roots are deep, and it's time for you to rise. What others thought was your ending was really your beginning. You were never meant to blend in. That's why people didn't understand you. That's why you always felt different. Because you were marked for something higher, something divine. Type I'm rising to get the blessing 7852. Some people thought you were too emotional. Some thought you were too sensitive. But what they called weakness, God called sensitivity to His Spirit. Your heart was made soft so it could carry compassion. Your tears were not signs of failure. They were part of your calling. The same pain that made you feel small is the pain God is turning into power. He's using it to make you a healer, a speaker, a light in dark places. What hurt you will now heal others through you. You didn't miss your blessing. It was waiting for your growth. And now, you've grown. You may not feel like it, but heaven sees it. God sees your strength, your quiet faith, your unspoken prayers. And He says, now it begins. Archangel Michael is standing with you, ready to release what has been stored up. The wait wasn't denial. It was divine timing. And your time is now. Type I am chosen to get blessing 5184. Everything that made you feel like an outsider will soon make you a leader. The same people who overlooked you will one day wonder how you made it. But you won't owe it to luck or talent. You'll owe it to God. And you'll know it was Him. Because this shift is too big to be human. It's going to be a sudden release. Open doors. Sudden favor. Deep peace. And joy that doesn't leave when life gets hard. Don't be afraid to step into this next chapter. It will look like your past. This time, the doors won't slam in your face. This time, your heart won't be broken. This time, you won't be left behind. You were set apart for this. Archangel Michael says, God is doing something new. Don't look back. So lift your head. The blessing is coming straight toward you. You've waited long enough. This is your release. Type I am ready to get the blessing 6327. You prayed for things that didn't happen. You hoped for answers that never came. And over time, your heart started to wonder, did God say no to me? But Archangel Michael is speaking clearly now. It was not a no. It was a not yet. God wasn't ignoring your prayers. He was preparing the path. Some blessings need the right time to bloom. Just like fruit needs the right season to ripen, your promise needed time to be fully formed. And now, the season has shifted. Now it's your turn. You are about to walk into a time of answered prayers. Things that were blocked are being opened. Doors that were shut are now swinging wide. The waiting didn't break you. It shaped you. And because you didn't give up, God is about to pour out blessings so big they will overflow. You won't just be filled. You will become a source. Others will be refreshed because of what flows through you. Type I am rising to get the blessing 4590. Heaven watched how you kept trusting when you had nothing. God saw you worship when you were weeping. You didn't fake your faith, you live it. Even in silence. Even in pain. And now, that faith is pulling heaven into motion. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And the blessings are on their way. Not in pieces, but in fullness. Not by force, but by grace. God works in perfect timing. And sometimes that means waiting longer than we understand. But now, the wait is ending. You are about to see why things took time. What's coming is bigger than what you asked for. Because God doesn't just answer prayers. He exceeds them. You thought you were praying for survival, but heaven was planning your overflow. Type I am chosen to get blessing 8373. Archangel Michael says, this is your season of return. Joy is returning. Peace is returning. Confidence is returning. It's time, when the blessing arrives, you'll be ready. Ready to hold it, protect it, and walk in it with strength. You won't question if you deserve it. You'll know it was always yours. The pain didn't take it away. It made it stronger. This time, the blessing comes with roots. It won't be shaken. Don't look at the past with sadness. Look at it with understanding. Every moment, even the hard ones, were shaping your character, teaching your spirit, making room in your heart for something greater. And now that your heart is ready, the heavens are opening. Angels are moving. And the answers are being delivered. Trust this moment. Don't run from it. You're not waiting anymore. You're receiving. Type I am receiving to get the blessing 5906. Some people shouted their success. Others bragged about blessings. But you stayed quiet. You kept your faith personal. You prayed in secret. You cried in silence. And still, you trusted. Heaven noticed. Archangel Michael says, God honors what was done in the dark. Every time you chose to believe without needing proof, you were building a spiritual reward. Every time you didn't give up, even when you had no sign, it counted. And now, it's time for heaven to reward you publicly. There are blessings that come from actions, and there are blessings that come from heart posture. Your posture has been one of surrender. You didn't always know what to say, but you stayed open. You didn't always feel strong, but you stayed connected to God. That's what He loves. That's what He rewards. It wasn't your perfection that moved heaven. It was your persistence. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7034. This next season is about to surprise you. There are miracles coming that will leave you speechless. Not because you begged, but because you endured. God has seen your strength, even in your quiet moments. You are not invisible to Him. You are not forgotten. You are favored. And Archangel Michael is now releasing what's been stored up. Answers, peace, and joy that's been waiting for you. Get ready for sudden moments of blessing. Unexpected calls. Open doors. Peaceful sleep. New opportunities. Even laughter that returns for no reason at all. These are signs that the shift has begun. You don't have to force anything. God is doing the work. Your only job is to believe and receive. Let the blessings come. Don't block them with doubt. Don't shrink yourself. You waited long enough. Type I am chosen to get blessing 8421. Some people may wonder how you got blessed so quickly. They didn't see the long nights. They didn't see the tears. But God did. And He says, this is your harvest season. Seeds you planted in silence are now blooming in public. But remember this, your blessing is not just for you. It's for others too. Your story will help someone else rise. Your joy will be the light that leads someone else out of darkness. Don't be afraid to shine. Archangel Michael says, you are entering a season of ease. This doesn't mean life will be perfect, but it means the struggle will break. The heaviness will lift. You will move with grace. Where you used to fight for peace, peace will now find you. Where you used to beg for answers, answers will come clearly. This is what heaven calls divine reversal. What was once hard will now be easy. What was once blocked is now release. Type I am ready to get the blessing 9902. Your story is not over. It's not finished just because others walked away. It's not ruined just because you made mistakes. And it's not broken just because you had a hard season. Archangel Michael is speaking now. God is rewriting the ending of your story. What looked like the end is turning into a new beginning. The pain was real, but it won't have the final word. Your story will not end in shame. It will end in glory. You've seen others get their happy ending while you kept struggling. But what's coming for you is not a copy. It's personal. Heaven writes differently. The kind of joy God is preparing doesn't depend on other people. It doesn't disappear when things go wrong. It stays. Because it's built by grace, not by effort. This new chapter is where peace becomes your lifestyle, not just a feeling you'd chase. Type I'm rising to get the blessing 6440. Many times you wanted to walk away from it all. You were tired. You were numb. But something inside you held on. That something was your spirit refusing to die. God breathed strength into you even when you felt nothing. You didn't know it, but the angels were whispering over you, hold on. Your time is near. And now, it's here. This is the season when your past no longer controls your future. Archangel Michael says, let go of the labels others placed on you. You are not your worst moment. You are not the one who failed. You are not the one who's always too late. Heaven calls you healed, chosen, ready. The enemy used your past to make you feel stuck. But God is using it to make you stronger. The chains are breaking now. Not next year. Not someday. Right now. Type I am chosen to get blessings 7107. This part of your story will be different. The weight you carried is lifting. The confusion is clearing. Your heart is healing. People may not understand how fast your life changes, but it won't matter, because you will know it was God. And deep down, you will feel the shift. It will feel like peace walking into the room, like joy returning in the morning, like love being possible again. You don't need to fix the past to receive the future. God already took care of that. The only thing He needs now is your yes. Yes to healing. Yes to rising. Yes to a future full of hope. This is not a small shift. This is divine editing. God is taking the pen back and crossing out everything the enemy wrote over your life. And now, He's writing joy, love, healing, purpose, and happiness across every page. Type I am renewed to get the blessing 5816. The storm you went through wasn't just life being hard. It was a sign that you carry something powerful inside you. The enemy doesn't attack empty vessels. He only attacks those with value. Archangel Michael says, you went through more because you carry more. Your purpose is great. Your future is heavy with blessings. And the storm came to shake your faith, but it failed. You're still standing. And because you are still here, you're about to rise. You thought you were weak because you cried. But crying doesn't mean weakness. It means you were still fighting. Even with tears, you kept going. And God saw that. The storm didn't come to end you. It came to test you. And now, because you passed the test, heaven is about to reward you. Big. Cass. I expected. This is your moment to receive what was hidden behind the storm. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7764. You didn't go through all that pain for nothing. The sleepless nights, the battles in your mind, the fear of the unknown. It was all preparing you. You were being stretched. But you weren't being torn apart. You were being expanded. So that now, you can hold more joy, more peace, and more blessing than ever before. Archangel Michael says, what almost broke you is what built you. And now, your foundation is strong. Heaven is sending restoration, not just to your life, but to your emotions. You will feel joy again. Not fake happiness, but deep, holy joy. The kind that doesn't leave when the day ends. The kind that wakes up with you in the morning. The kind that makes you feel whole. You waited long enough. Now the waiting turns into winning. Type I am chosen to get blessing 8448. You may not know this, but your obedience during the storm saved you from spiritual attacks you never saw. When you refused to give up, angels were sent to cover you. You were surrounded, even when you felt alone. That's why you survived what others didn't. That's why you're still able to believe. It wasn't your strength. It was God's grace. And now, His grace is turning into harvest. Archangel Michael says, you are not the same person who entered the storm. You are wiser, stronger, brighter, ready. The enemy hoped you would come out bitter. But you're coming out better. This is your transformation season. Don't look back. A storm didn't kill your future. It uncovered it. And now, that future is unfolding. Quickly. Beautifully. Fully. This moment isn't just about your personal breakthrough. It's about unlocking freedom for others who are still trapped in silence. When you support this mission, you're sowing into a harvest of healing, joy, and purpose for people across the world. Like rivers in a dry land, your gift helps this prophetic message flow to the brokenhearted. Give, and it will be given to you. says the Lord, not as a wish, but as a promise. I believe your seed will release not just a blessing for others, but a shift in your own life. Now is the moment to act. Click Super Thanks, join the membership, or use the PayPal link in the description to give with purpose. Don't hesitate. God's kingdom moves when we do. Type I'm free to get the blessing 9099. You might think you missed your moment, that you waited too long, that others went ahead while you were stuck in pain, confusion, or fear. But Archangel Michael says clearly, you are not late. You are right on time in God's plan. Heaven didn't forget about you. God wasn't angry with you. He was waiting for your heart to heal, for your spirit to be ready, and for your eyes to see clearly. And now that moment has arrived. You may feel behind, but in the spirit, you are right where you need to be. You didn't miss your blessing. It's been protected for you. What's coming wasn't given to someone else. It's still yours. God held it, guarded it, and is now releasing it. Don't let the past lie to you. Your delay wasn't punishment, it was protection. And now, the door is opening wide. Type I am rising to get the blessing 8255. Sometimes you wondered why nothing changed even when you tried. You did what you could, but the weight didn't lift. That's because the timing wasn't right yet. And God loves you too much to give you something you're not ready for. But now the timing has shifted. What was once blocked is now flowing. What once made no sense is now being revealed. You'll start to understand why certain things didn't happen, and that understanding will bring peace. Heaven waited, not because you were slow, but because what's coming is too big to be rushed. Big callings need deep preparation, and you've been prepared. Even in the silence, even in the stillness, God was working in you, building patience, building faith, building strength. Now you're about to see why it all mattered. The wait was not wasted. Type I am chosen to get blessing 6901. There's a blessing with your name on it. It's not for your neighbor, not for someone more spiritual. It's for you. You, the one who almost gave up. You, the one who stayed faithful when nothing made sense. You, the one who held on even when you were afraid. God is honoring that. Archangel Michael says, what's coming will restore every year you thought was lost. Your time is being redeemed. Don't let guilt stop you from receiving. Maybe you made some mistakes. Maybe you walked away from God at some point. But none of that disqualified you. God is not holding that over you. He is holding out his hand and saying, come now. You don't have to earn it. You just have to say yes. Your restart begins the moment you agree with heaven. Type I am ready to get the blessing 9663. There were moments in your life that broke you. Times you cried and asked, why is this happening to me? You didn't understand the pain, the silence, the delays. You begged for answers, but all you got was more waiting. But Archangel Michael says now, God is about to make it all make sense. Everything that confused you is about to be revealed. The pain had purpose. The delays had protection. The silence had strategy. And now, clarity is coming. God never wastes anything. Not your tears. Not your battles. Not even your questions. He was working behind the scenes, writing a story you couldn't see yet. A story full of healing, purpose, and joy. You were not being ignored. You were being prepared. And now, what didn't make sense before will suddenly become clear. Not by your wisdom, but by God's divine plan. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7811. There's a peace coming to your spirit. A calm that will replace your worry. A new understanding will settle in your heart like warm light. You'll no longer ask why me. You'll begin to say, thank you, God, for trusting me to grow through that. You didn't know it at the time, but your pain was building wisdom. It made your heart stronger and told you who you were. And now, it will guide others who are walking where you once walked. Your story is not a sad story. It's a testimony. It's proof that you can fall, be lost, and still rise again. You survived things that others would have collapsed under. And that's not something to hide. It's something to honor. Archangel Michael says, your scars are not shameful. They are signs of victory. And heaven is about to use your story to bless others. Type I am chosen to get blessing 8480. People might not know what you've been through. They might only see the outside. But God sees the whole picture. He saw what you didn't tell anyone. He watched how you stayed kind, even while hurting. And now He's saying, enough delay. It's time for your reward. The things that didn't make sense will now fall into place. The people who walked away had to leave so your circle could be healed. The jobs that didn't work out were removed so you could walk in your calling. Nothing was random. You're about to walk into understanding. You'll wake up with clarity. You'll hear God's voice more clearly. You'll feel lighter, more certain. The fog is lifting. This is a spiritual shift. You're not just getting answers, you're getting direction. You'll know where to go, what to do, and who to walk with. This is a holy realignment. Type I am awakened to get the blessing 9957. You've lost things. People, time, energy, money, maybe even parts of yourself. Some of those losses still hurt when you think about them. But Archangel Michael says, what's coming next will be better than what was lost. God never ends something without preparing something greater. You are not being sent back. You are being pushed forward. The pain was real, but the future is greater. What you gave up will be returned in new and beautiful ways. You are not stuck in the past anymore. God is writing new chapters for your life. These chapters will have healing, love, laughter, and real peace. Not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. You don't have to settle for survival anymore. You were created for joy. You were made to experience days filled with light, not just long nights of crying. The time is over. The new season is beginning. Type I am rising to get the blessing 6839. Some people may try to return from your past. Some situations may come back to test you. But this time, you'll have wisdom. You won't fall for the same tricks. You won't enter the same cycles. You've grown. You're different now. And because of that, your future will be different too. Archangel Michael says you will walk in power, not pain. And your life will reflect that shift. God doesn't just fix broken things. He replaces them with better ones. If something ended, trust that something greater is on the way. If someone left, trust that better people are coming. If a door closed, get ready for bigger doors to open. God doesn't take without planning a return. And this return will be full of glory. You won't cry this time, you'll rejoice. Type I am chosen to get blessing 5602. You've had enough sorrow. Heaven is preparing joy that overflows. Peace that feels like safety. Love that doesn't hurt. This is not just talk. This is prophecy. The angels are already moving. You are not waiting for your blessing. It is waiting for you to receive it. God is saying, the next part of your life will be worth the wait. It will not look like your past. It will not feel like your pain. It will be brand new. Step into this next chapter with an open heart. Don't carry the old burdens. Don't expect things to go wrong. Expect good. Expect increase. Expect laughter, healing, and new beginnings. Archangel Michael is going before you to prepare the path, and heaven is watching to see your response. Say yes. Believe it. Walk in it. What's coming is better than before. Type I am ready to get the blessing 7711. This is not just a good moment. It's a divine moment. Archangel Michael says, this is your appointed time to rise. That means heaven has already decided. The time has come. You don't need to ask if you're ready. God says you are. You don't need to wonder if you deserve it. He says you're chosen. Everything is lined up. All the pain you walked through, all the strength you built, it led to this moment. This is the chapter where things finally begin to move in your favor. You won't have to fight like before. You won't have to beg for peace. God is going ahead of you, making the path clear. What was once heavy will feel light. What was once confusing will become clear. The pressure is lifting. The chains are falling. You are not climbing alone. Angels are beside you. The breakthrough isn't coming next year. It's coming now. Type I am rising to get the blessing 7392. Don't let fear speak louder than faith. Fear will say it's too soon. Fear will say you're not ready. But God's voice is louder, and He's saying, rise now. Move forward. I am with you. You are not being sent into the unknown. You are being sent into your promise. Everything has been prepared for your arrival. The right people, the right opportunities, the right moments, they are waiting for you to take your place. You were not made to live small. You were not created to hide. You carry light. You carry purpose. And now that purpose is calling you forward. Don't stay in places where you feel invisible. Don't stay in rooms where your spirit is shrinking. This is your time to walk in rooms where you shine. You don't have to fit in. You were made to stand out. Type I am chosen to get blessing 6228. Archangel Michael says, heaven is watching for your response. This is a test of trust. Can you believe that better is possible? Can you walk into newness, even when you're afraid? If you say yes, God will meet you in ways you didn't expect. There will be sudden surprises, quick shifts, new doors, joy that feels brand new, and peace like a warm blanket over your soul. Every blessing you lost is being restored. Every lie you believe is being broken. Every part of you that felt too broken to fix is being made whole. Not by your strength, but by divine grace. God is doing the lifting. You just need to walk. You are not too late. You are not too weak. You are chosen. And this is your time. Rise, beloved. Everything is about to change. Type I am appointed to get the blessing 8944. The current part 14 contains 436 words, which is below the required range of 750-800 words. I'll now revise and expand this part to meet the proper word count while keeping the tone, structure, and flow consistent. Please hold on. Right before something new is born, pressure increases. That's what you've been feeling. The pressure, the weight, the sudden heaviness. It's not a sign that you're going backward. It's a sign that breakthrough is near. Archangel Michael says, the shaking is not your ending. It's your becoming. What is breaking around you is making room for what's about to rise within you. God is not punishing you. He is putting you into position. You felt like things are falling apart, but they are actually falling into place. Everything you couldn't understand before is starting to line up now. The people who walked away had to leave. The doors that closed had to shut. Why? Because God is making space for better things. Things that last. Things that are built on purpose, not pain. The enemy thought he was breaking you, but God was rebuilding you the whole time. Type I am rising to get the blessing 8720. You are not losing control. You are losing the things that were never meant to stay. The pain that used to haunt you is now releasing you. God is pulling you out of old cycles. Cycles of shame, fear, doubt, and silence. He is calling you into new strength. Archangel Michael is standing guard at your door. He will not let the past steal your next chapter. But you must say yes. You must let the process finish. God never allows a final battle without preparing a major blessing. That's why the pressure has been so strong. It's the last wall before the open door. You are about to walk into answered prayers. Doors will open suddenly. Days will come quickly. People who hurt you will no longer have power over your emotions. The burden is lifting. Not solely, now. The wait was for this divine moment. The storm was preparation for release. Type I am chosen to get blessing 5304. There is a deep shift happening inside you. A spiritual upgrade. Your thoughts are changing. Your desires are changing. Your boundaries are changing. What used to attract you no longer satisfies you. That's not confusion. It's growth. God is removing the appetite for things that don't match your future. He's refining your spirit so you won't miss what He's sending. This isn't just about success. This is about transformation. You are stepping into identity. No more pretending. No more thinking. No more fear of being too much. You were always meant to carry this light. You were always meant to be set apart. Archangel Michael says, the world will no longer define you. Heaven will. And heaven calls you, anointed, free, whole, worthy. This is the name that will go ahead of you. This is the fire that will clear the path. Type I am prepared to get the blessing 7788. This next level is not about struggle. It's about surrender. God is not asking you to do more. He's asking you to receive more. But receiving means making space. So let go. You don't need the approval of those who left. You don't need to explain your growth. Let the old stories go. Your future is too bright to be dimmed by what didn't work. What's ahead is better. Is stronger. Is blessed. Your breaking point is not your defeat. It's your awakening. The same pain that pushed you to your knees will now lift you to your purpose. You will look back at this moment and see it clearly. This was the day your spirit rose. The moment you chose to stop surviving and start receiving. Heaven is ready. The angels are in position. Now it's your time to step through the open door. Type I am becoming to get the blessing 6688. You may not see it yet, but something has already shifted. The atmosphere around your life has changed. Archangel Michael says, the blessing is already on its way to you. You've passed the test. You didn't break when it got hard. You didn't run when things fell apart. You didn't give up, even when you had every reason to. Heaven saw that. And now God is moving. The spiritual release has already been spoken. Angels have been dispatched. Miracles are in motion. You are not waiting for something to begin. You already has. The breakthrough has been activated in the spirit. It just hasn't shown up in the physical yet. But it will. Vividly. Powerfully. Clearly. Just like rain falling from the sky after a long drought. This is your rain season. This is when the ground starts to produce fruit. The dry places in your life are about to become full again. Type I am rising to get the blessing 6246. The enemy will try to distract you right before the blessing arrives. Don't fall for it. He'll use old habits, old thoughts, old emotions, and even old relationships to make you doubt what's coming. But you've come too far to go back now. The blessing is not a maybe. It's a guarantee, sealed by God. What's ahead is not a small change. It's a full reversal. Pain into peace. Loss into gain. Waiting into winning. You are not being tested again. You are being crowned. Archangel Michael is standing over you with a sword of light, cutting off every tie to your past pain. You're not just being blessed. You're being upgraded. You feel different. Think different. Move different. This is a spiritual promotion. And it is yours. Not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. Type I am chosen to get blessing 5771. Start preparing your heart to receive. Begin speaking like someone who knows good things are coming. Walk like someone who expects favor. Let your words, your energy, your thoughts align with heaven. You've spent too long expecting disappointment. But now it's time to expect goodness. God's goodness. That's what's chasing you now. Not struggle. Not sadness. But favor. The blessing may not come the way you expected. It might not look like what you asked for. But it will be better. God always does more than we can imagine. The person you're becoming will match the life you're about to live. You're no longer walking as someone in survival mode. You're walking as someone chosen by God. And that changes everything. Type I am aligned to get the blessing 9340. People may be surprised when they see your life turn around so quickly. Don't be afraid of that. It's supposed to be shocking. Because it's not just your story, it's God's glory. What's happening in your life will be proof that miracles still exist. That prayers still work. That obedience still matters. You're not just being blessed for you. You're being blessed to shine a light for others. Archangel Michael says, prepare for the blessing like it's already here. Get your heart ready. Make space in your life. Clear the mental clutter. Forgive those you need to release. Celebrate ahead of time. This is not the end. It's the entrance into your divine season. The delay is over. The shift has happened. The blessing is on the way. And nothing can stop it now. Type I am ready to get the blessing 8555. You've imagined a better life before. One with peace, purpose, and deep happiness. But it always felt just out of reach. Like a dream you could never catch. But Archangel Michael says now, the life you were meant for is beginning. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't just positive thinking. It's the truth. It's happening. Right now. The shift has already started. And this time, you won't miss it. You spent too long surviving. Waking up with heaviness. Going to sleep with worry. But that season is coming to a close. Heaven has released a word over your life, and that word is freedom. Freedom from old fears. Freedom from patterns that drain your energy. Freedom from the version of yourself that was built through pain. You are rising now, not as a copy of who you were, but as the version God always saw. Type I'm rising to get the blessing 8455. This is your time to walk in clarity. No more guessing. No more feeling lost. Heaven is making your path straight. You'll begin to notice divine signs. Unexpected peace. Opportunities you didn't chase. People entering your life with good intentions. Doors that were sealed shut are now creaking open. Archangel Michael says, the gates are unlocking, and what was once held back is being delivered. You're not begging for breakthrough anymore. You're living in it. But don't let your past mindset block this blessing. You've been trained to expect pain, to prepare for disappointment. But God says that season is over. You are now moving in a rhythm of favor. The blessings won't feel forced. They'll feel right, natural, effortless, because they are aligned with the real you, the one God called, healed, and prepared. Don't resist the ease. It's time. It's supposed to flow. Type I am chosen to get blessing 9044. There is a new language God wants you to speak. No more self-doubt. No more saying, I'm not enough. From now on, you declare what heaven declares. I am ready. I am worthy. I am called. These words are not just affirmations. They are activations. They carry power. They shift energy. They send signals to the spiritual world that you agree with your purpose. Archangel Michael says, your words are building your world. Speak life. There may be moments when fear tries to creep back in. That's normal. But don't let it settle. When fear knocks, answer with faith. When doubt whispers, respond with truth. You are not the same person anymore. You are walking with angels. You are covered in grace. What tried to break you no longer has access to you. You're rising into strength, into wholeness, into true identity. The people around you may not understand what's happening. That's okay. This shift is personal. What God is doing in your life is so unique, so powerful, that it doesn't need outside approval. Let your life speak. Let your joy speak. Let your healing speak. This is how people will know it was real. They'll see the glow. They'll feel the peace coming from you. You won't need to explain a thing. Type I'm aligned to get the blessing 7880. Start living like the blessing has already arrived. Make space. Prepare your environment. Prepare your heart. You're not just waiting, you're receiving. Walk like the promise is here. Talk like the future is secure. Feel the excitement in your soul. This is not hype. This is divine timing. God is not just restoring what you lost. He is replacing it with something better. Something lasting. Something holy. Archangel Michael is going before you, clearing obstacles, blocking attacks, lifting burdens. You are not stepping into this alone. Heaven is with you. God is smiling over you. The life you were meant to live is no longer a dream. It is becoming your reality. And it begins the moment you believe it. The moment you say yes with your whole heart. Say it now. Say it boldly. Type I am stepping in to get the blessing 9601. This is the moment. The final invitation. Archangel Michael says, the door is open. But it won't stay open forever. You've come too far to turn back now. Everything that's happened, every loss, every delay, every silent prayer has led you here. You are standing in front of your breakthrough. Not a dream. Not a wish. A real, divine shift. And the only thing you have to do is say yes. Heaven has done the hard work. Now it's your turn to believe. You don't need to be perfect to receive this. You just need to be willing. God is not asking for more pain or more effort. He's asking for your heart. A heart that's ready to trust again. A heart that says, even if I don't see it yet, I believe it's mine. This is not just about happiness. This is about true happiness, the kind that no person can take from you. It's joy with roots. Peace with power. Love that lasts. You are not who you used to be. You grown. You changed. And because of that, your future has changed too. The old life doesn't fit you anymore. The old pain doesn't hold you anymore. You are rising into something new. This is your final call to step into a life filled with healing, favor, clarity, and freedom. Don't delay. Don't wait for another sign. This is the sign. God is not behind you, calling you back. He is ahead of you, calling you forward. Archangel Michael has already cleared the way. The enemy cannot stop what heaven has started. But you must walk. You must move. You must choose joy. Choose light. Choose the life you were created for. Because it's ready. And it's yours. Your journey doesn't stop here. This word was sent from heaven to unlock a new path, not just for you, but for others still searching. When you support this mission, you help carry that light into the dark corners of the world. You become a part of the divine harvest. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed, God says, and as you give, may heaven release fresh oil, open doors, and financial favor over you. This isn't just support. It's a prophetic response. Let your generosity speak loudly in the Spirit. Click Super Thanks. Join the membership. We're blessed through the PayPal link in the video description. Now is the moment. So where God is flowing, I am walking in to get the blessing 9060.